Ah. Goodbye, mouse. Oh no.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're good.
Also, I'm so happy. I got Scum and Villainy over the week.
You got what?
Scum and Villainy.
Oh, cool.
Forged in the Dark RPG. You're a spaceship crew.
Whoa.
Oh, you son of a bitch, Rev.
What's
Making me yawn. Making me yawn.
Oh, we're live. Love it.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah.
Oh! No, wait. You started the countdown and I interrupted you saying that you weren't all on camera.
I did not stop the countdown. I have caffeine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
So is this part of the bloopers outtake?
We're starting the new year right. We're setting the tone for 2025.
That just goes to show how good all of our collective holidays were.
No fucking comment.
I worked.
Love it.
Okay.
Right. I've got
Fantastic.
Cassandra notebook.
Welcome everyone to the first issue of GenMeta for 2025. We've been away for a few weeks, so we're recalibrating. How do we actual play?
Well, you see, there's cameras involved in the internet.
Yeah.
So.
I believe we actually play.
Yeah, so let's do some housekeeping before we get into actually playing then. So the Starfield is supporting our wonderful friend Renown or his endeavors with a Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a grassroots hotline and micro grants nonprofit organization offering direct emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis because, yeah, trans people are in a lot of danger right now. Both systematically and personally. So if you want to help out the trans community, there is a Tiltify link that should be posted in the chat. And any support that you can give is greatly appreciated. Trans Lifeline is a wonderful, wonderful cause. Please support if and when you can. Now, let's do some introductions for our players that we have. So we'll start with Dice.
Yo, I'm here. Hi, I'm Dice Goblin Black Cat. I'm playing Cassandra or Pyrrha, and I am running the Doomed playbook.
Fantastic. Arkai?
Hello all, it's Arkai again. I am playing Reese Hopkins, also known as Leviathan, through the Transformed playbook.
Fantastic. Our Resident Cryptid?
Hello, I too am here. I am playing Daniel Price, also known as the Hound, the Reformed Playbook.
Fantastic. Our fourth team member, Blackwell, will be here shortly. Um, and he's just in traffic. He is playing Zachariah Holloway, aka Orion, the Janus playbook, and I am Rev. I am your editor in chief. I will be playing literally everyone else in this world. And to recap our final session of 2024, the team, having infiltrated the research laboratory of Festus Industries, is in search of the explosive supervillain Tsar Bomba. Found him having recently been given a special cocktail of mutagen that had transformed him into something quite explosive. The explosion that transformed him ended up injuring one Dr. Arctura, and sending Leviathan into quite the rage because of seeing his father figure in such a state. And while Pyrrha tried to control the situation, and Orion tried to help get the doctor to safety along with the Hound. A large fight ensued. The villain was defeated, and the doctor taken to safety, and the heroes given a half-hearted thank you from the local law enforcement. The team then went their separate ways as the sun rose and a new day began. I'm gonna say it's a couple days later. It's you guys want it to be Sunday morning or Monday?
I think I was still planning on going to the hospital.
Oh right, hospital.
Cause,
Yeah, go to the hospital.
Because I wanted to check on the guards that I kind of put out.
Yes,
So
you're right. Thank you for
yeah.
reminding me. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah. So yeah. Pyrrha would, or not Pyrrha, Cassandra would show up, at the hospital,
Okay.
seeking out both, like basically everybody who got hurt.
Okay. So the people that got how soon, you know what? We'll say that you arrive like maybe hour after they arrive.
That night, I
You
figured
said you
I
wanted to. You
I
said
mean,
you wanted to, right?
yeah, but I figured it would probably be like the next morning when normal people can visit, visiting hours and shit.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay. You know what? That makes more sense. My brain did not go there. Uh, so yes, we'll say it's Saturday morning.
okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Um, she would have shown up with cookies, like, for sure.
all right. Uh, so do you know the guards' names?
No, but I'm like friendly with the chief of police? Question mark.
Okay,
Well, you also got
so
into this
yes, you
video
are
session
friendly with the
yesterday.
chief of police. However, that doesn't immediately give you access
I
to
know.
patients in a hospital.
I know.
Um,
Oh God, I have to navigate the system.
yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna have to navigate how
Okay.
to visit these folks.
Well, I would have at least known the doctor's name that we helped, considering we had
Yes,
his badge for a hot minute. So,
yes, you do. You do have the name of Doctor Arctura.
and typically once you get through those doors, you have access to wherever you really need to go. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure I could find the guards as well.
I mean,
Uh,
certainly possible. Um, so, hold on. Let me see what name. Yeah, you have a Professor Arctura. Uh, I don't believe we established what his first name is.
Daniel.
Daniel. Okay. Dr. Daniel Arctura.
so I will be showing up to see him.
Okay. So you go to the receptionist saying that you're there to see Dr. Arctura. Uh, and the gentleman at the front desks is and what is your relation to the patient?
Student.
A student. Okay. So we have an advisory from the doctor that uh patients are not to be or or that Dr. Arctura is not to have any visitors due to the exposure risk.
Exposure. I had only
Um
heard about his physical injuries.
uh so he uh I I'm really not at liberty to talk anymore about this, but if you'll wait, I think one of his uh yeah, I'm not really at liberty to say. That's more of a doctor stuff to discuss.
Okay.
Um, I mean,
Uh,
if you want, I could probably get a doctor to come out and explain to you. But I don't know if
my classmates and
you
I are
have.
just a little worried. We wanted to just send him cookies and, well wishes, and I was kind of the representative suggested because I have a quote calming demeanor.
Okay. Uh, do you want to provoke this person into getting you with provoke is the name of the move, but
Uh,
uh is this is
Instigate.
this is your this is your form of manipulation of getting someone to do what you want. Do you want to get them to let you
oh,
in? We have a
my
Blackwell.
heart. Ugh.
Um
Okay, there we go.
thank you, Disembodio.
Let's see. Provoke.
Uh
Barrier?
This is a fascinating start to the stream today.
Right.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that.
fascinating start to the streaming year.
Okay.
I believe this is the first stream. This is the first stream of the Starfield for 2025. This year's off to a great start.
Okay. I.
Yay. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So what I'm hearing is that I have the first roll of the new year.
You do.
Oh my god.
Don't
Roll
roll it.
plus superior to get
Y'all-
them to do what you want.
Y'all freaking roll initiative. Okay. Fingers crossed. Okay. I've got a -1. Everybody pray. Okay. I can math. 8.
8. That is a partial success. So, you know what? You do have a calming demeanor. You've been very friendly. You're young. You're in a hospital. They're very sympathetic. They'll go, oh, okay. So I still can't let you go see the doctor. But I can get his doctor to come down here and like kind of give you the lowdown and so that you can pass the information on to your classmates.
Sure.
Okay? All right. All right. And so the receptionist he pick up the phone and they page someone and after about I don't know 10 minutes of waiting in the waiting room, you see this woman looks to be in her like mid 40s. He's strawberry blonde hair and glasses. Is and kind of a plus size woman just looking around uh and goes up to the reception, and the receptionist points at you, and she walks over and says, "Hi, I'm Dr. Simone. I hear that you're a student of Dr. Arctura.
Yes.
So, we have of the doctor currently quarantined. There's been so we've did some tests. His physical injuries are healing up fine. However, the explosion did have some radiation.
Oh, okay. So nothing that
You
we would have had to have worried about as students. Like in
no
it.
no
Okay.
no of no it's pretty clear that there was just this is from the explosion. There was just some radiation in the area that um it was quite a bit, and the risk of exposure, we just don't want to risk any visitors uh potentially being contaminated as well.
Praying there's not a Geiger counter anywhere close. Cool.
Yeah. How many Rengans has he been destroyed with? Oh boy.
Not only that, but me going, okay, super, something to pass along to the team. We have radiation exposure. Lovely.
I wonder if any of us are better off dealing with it than others.
I mean, isn't poor Hound kind of a dude? Like,
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Technically spent the most time with the doctor directly.
well, no, I just mean that like we all have stuff. Hound is
Uh-huh.
a
Hound
guy.
is primarily just a guy, at least to our understanding.
Hound's
Okay.
fine. He's fine.
Back
What's
in
a
the
little
season.
radiation?
He's immune to radiation. It's fine.
Okay. Well, could you see that he gets these and can we get his room number so like people can send flowers and cards and stuff?
Yes, of course. So, uh, if you wish to send and flowers, he is in the radiation ward or in room 501.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the update. Take care of him for us.
We will do everything that we can.
Okay. I'm gonna watch where she goes or look
Uh,
for signs that like point out which wards are where kind of thing because everything's labeled in hospitals.
Everything is labeled, and she walks towards elevator because
Cool.
you're on the first floor.
Cool. Is there like a
And
directory or anything that might show me? I mean, I assume fifth floor at this point, which,
yes,
radiation and crazy people. Fifth floor, cool.
it was the first number I could think of.
No, you're
Uh,
good.
You said hospital for 5 floors.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
My brain just immediately went 501st.
501st.
Very nice. That's a good squad, but fair enough.
But yeah, there's the directory. The fifth floor has as the radiation ward, the burn ward, and like each it it surprisingly also has radiology.
It's actually not
Strange.
that surprising.
Labs are stuck wherever they can be.
Well, radiology is where all of the radioactive stuff is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so room 501. Not supposed to be there, not supposed to be seen. Best case scenario.
You're going to approach it from the outside of the building.
No. Far too many possibilities of issues there. I don't know that I trust myself with vents. I'm going to
Not gonna be sus.
employ my gloriously loose powers of hold on, I'll find this again. Sorry, it's been a minute. Where's my
fine.
playbook? Playbook.
Psychic manipulation?
Give me my powers. Okay. So this is why I have the beautiful things like adaptive clothing. Because with my psychic constructs, I can do lots.
Mm-hmm.
Combination body transmutation psychic constructs. I am going to change my appearance to just some guy, like maybe one of the like teachers at my high school, and put him in scrubs, like navy blue scrubs, and
I will say because you're I don't know if the psychic constructs would play into this.
or clothing.
But just the the adaptive clothing and the body stuff. Yeah.
I mean, it's either that or I go wisp form and end up in the vents. I'm just
No,
trying to
no,
get past security doors.
no, I'm just saying that like you can do it without combining powers.
Oh.
Your transformative abilities and your adaptive clothing could both in combination do this. I would just ask that you roll to unleash your powers, because that
Sure.
that seems
one's
like
easier.
a complicated thing that you haven't done before.
Oh gosh.
Getting all the rolls this year.
I will say that in like personal opinion, I'm a teenage girl. You think I haven't just changed my body or clothes on a whim?
I mean, fair enough.
Leather.
But give me a second. Getting
But
back
have you
to basic things.
completely changed into another person?
Oh, probably. But
Well, in
no,
canon,
but I've got
or
but I've
on screen, you haven't.
I've got plenty of freak. We're fine.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
freak.
on screen, you haven't.
Okay, so 6 and a 4 plus 2 is 12.
Fantastic, you do it flawlessly. You go somewhere privately to do it, though, right?
Oh yeah, bathroom like
Closet.
like
Okay.
one of those single stall bathrooms that they like call family bathrooms. They
Yeah. Yeah. So you come out of the single stall, looking like one of your teachers, in scrubs, and which teacher do you happen to look like?
Oh no,
And
this is probably not even a teacher I have. This is probably just somebody I am familiar with seeing in the hallway as generic average dude bro. Like looks very much like an adult. Like I
okay,
don't know who this person is. I don't care very much. Like if they have a mole on their shoulder, I am unaware of it. Like
okay, Hmm. Okay. Uh, all right. That's interesting.
it
But
is
yeah.
the assumption that I am simply not it's very much that concept of like when they say in dreams you don't create faces, you're
Mhm,
always dreaming of someone you've seen before.
mhm.
That kind of vibe. I'm not creating
Yeah.
a face. I'm just going, this is generally what somebody looks like.
Yeah.
You just don't want to look like
Uh,
you.
Right. I don't want to be 16-year-old girl. I want to be 45-year-old math teacher that I've never had.
okay. All
In
right. So
surgical scrubs, and maybe with psychic constructs, I will create my ass a clipboard to just act like I have some shit to do. Like,
Uh, yeah. I imagine like all the psychic constructs only are like neon colored, like
oh really?
Green
Because
Lantern
I
stuffs.
was about to say we've totally used like it before, where it definitely wasn't that. Like when we covered that shield for Hound and uh
Oh,
like the
okay,
motorcycle and shit.
okay.
There's some
Uh,
precedent for this shit looking normal, so
oh, okay. Uh, it's just not what I hear when I think psychic constructs. I think Green Lantern, but yeah, no, there's precedent. And that's fine.
Fair.
yeah, no. I mean that's totally fair. It's just not exactly how we've been doing it, so it's eh.
You know what?
Um,
We're getting back into the rhythm of
if
things.
if you stare at it too hard, there's a vaguely aqua blue sheen. I don't know. Um,
No.
roll an intelligence
Uh,
check. No.
but yeah,
So
no, you're
yeah, I would probably do that, and then confidently, without question, walk to the elevator.
okay. Fantastic. Uh, while you're doing that, we'll move on to our next person. Um, you know what? We'll go to Orion. Uh, Orion, you uh, what did you do when you got home last night from the fight? It was pretty early in the morning. Like it was almost sunrise by the time that you got home.
What day did the fight happen again?
Friday,
Friday. So now it'd be Saturday. I
Saturday.
am. I imagine that he it took him a moment for him to like settle down because adrenaline, fighting someone in this on this base of a lab, essentially dealing with the police, facing another
Mhm.
superhero who's eh, being a dick towards you, essentially, who just shows up at the end of the day, like tuxedo mask, and is like, "Oh yeah, I did something." No, you didn't. I think all that
Well,
takes.
I I well, will say that Orion is fully like fine to feel that way. But just to remind, when Bolt showed up, he was just showing up to get the police off of your back. He was not taking credit for anything.
I think his last, like any teenager, it's like you came in, sure, you may have helped us, but it's like, why are you reprimanding us at the same time? It's like we see the good thing, but immediately it's like, no, why are you being a jerk to us right now? So I think with that in mind, it takes him like a while just to kind of settle down for the night. Like it's not until like 10
Fair
o'clock
enough.
where he actually falls asleep. And I imagine he doesn't sleep long because it's like you're supposed to be up.
Yeah. All right. So uh, when you get up, you feel awful. You feel so bad. Like so bad that you feel like your stomachs are doing an acrobatics routine in the Olympics. Uh,
Oh, I wonder if he will reach for like he probably would find a thermometer because it's just like great, something new. It's like he I imagine this is like getting sick for him. His only thought is please don't let it be something new, like with his powers or anything. So he goes for the thermometer first to be like, maybe it's just a regular sickness. Maybe it's just regular sickness.
okay. Uh, putting the thermometer in in your mouth and getting a reading. Your your thermometer reads an error.
Too low or too high?
I imagine this is not the first time he's seen like an error message pop up and he's like, oh great, it's my powers doing something. This is gonna be fun. As he kind of like gets out of bed and tries to take a shower, like push through the sickness.
Uh, so
Uh,
Eve is getting into the shower. Do you do a hot or cold shower?
He'll do a cold.
Okay.
It's
As
cold.
soon as the water hits your body, it steams.
Ooh.
Yep,
Hmm,
yep, yep.
hmm.
He's just kind of
Uh,
like great. It feels good, but sometimes he's like, yeah, it's gonna be one of those days. Just
well, it's those things. It's that it actually probably wouldn't even feel good because your body is so hot that uh the clash in temperature is just it's kind of like being hit by hail, like a constant stream of hail.
oh great. So just overall discomfort.
And the fact that you're nauseous, it's awful.
I think once he's done in the shower, goes off, tries to find like somebody's like Pepto Bismol, Tums, something, even though he knows it's not gonna work. He's just like, I'm gonna take
Uh,
something, see if it works. And once he does that, he's gonna check his phone, see if there's any messages from the
as
team, from anyone.
as soon as you like try to drink something, you start to heave. You know,
Ooh.
and I'll say running to the bathroom to throw up. It's glowing. It is glowing green. And and as you're just staring at that, you notice at your you happen to notice on your watch a notification that says radiation purged.
I think you would just
Horrifying.
look at the watch, look at what's now in the toilet.
This man just yacked up radiated bone marrow is exactly what I'm thinking. This is horrific.
Oh, the
He
rest
would
of us
be-
are fucked.
And it's at that moment that things in your head click and you go, "Oh, I absorbed an explosion to the face and did nothing with that energy, or almost nothing with that energy. That's
Yep.
been sitting in my body this whole time."
I think he thinks back to like all the energy that he had while in the fight, how energized he felt, and it was like, well, that explains a lot. And
Yeah,
then
he starts
proceeds
to
to
fall down.
Google, like just proceeds to Google on his phone, is it safe to flush radiation?
Down the toilet? Bruh.
Is it safe to flush radioactive material down the toilet?
He's a
Short answer,
teenager.
no.
He don't know this. He gonna Google it. Like, is this safe to
my
do?
He's also like 16.
Oh my god.
Our educations ain't the same.
Oh my god. Yes, we go to the same high school.
Oh no, like player to player, our educations ain't the same. I don't know this.
No.
I can't imagine how in detail high school got as far as discussing the actual dangers of radiation outright.
Mhm.
I will say I
Not
don't
often.
actually know about that. And
I don't know.
probably not. I will say
bad idea.
I'll send you some stuff as someone who's fascinated with radiological disasters. I'll send you some stuff.
Kyle Hill has taught me much, okay?
Kyle Hill explains a lot. Yeah,
I don't know.
don't send that shit.
Yeah,
Quite
I
literally,
will.
don't send that shit.
I will say the I'll say that just on a judgment call and everyone else's, yeah, your result on Moogle.
Hold on. I gotta do it. I gotta look.
Enjoy being on a watch list.
There's one other problem before
Me
this
and my
answer gets
FBI
called through.
Me and my FBI agent have a wonderful relationship.
But I'll say is that even if you get a yes or no, you're also, if you don't flush it, you're leaving it in your house exposed.
Yeah, but it's
Put that box inside of another
it's
box.
that it is dangerous. It is dangerous to flush. It is dangerous and illegal to flush.
Finish typing it.
To flush radioactive material into the public sewer system.
I think this would be funnier. Like that moment of just like delirium as you're sick and you're doing multiple things at once. So he's flushing it as he's just like, wait, I should look this up. Oh shit. And tries to reach it to the toilet as it's going down. Like, no. No.
Yo, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. There are too many. This question's been asked too many times in too many communities, and there's so many answers that are just like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
I don't know nothing about radiation. That has not been on my what would this do kind of board.
This first one, I accidentally flushed 10 grams of uranium-235 down the toilet.
230. Oh my lord!
Why you have uranium-235?
I just had a
And
stroke.
10 grams of it.
That's
like-
you
that's
need
like
to
a
contact your
sizable
local water, your local water treatment.
How do you accidentally put that in the toilet to flush it?
No, could you imagine being mid?
We're getting
and
distracted.
actually bump it off the counter.
So this is your safety notice, audience. Don't flush radiation.
Don't
Move
flush
on.
radioactive material.
Yes.
It's a bad idea.
Because apparently
Some comic books
it
have
accumulates
PSAs.
in low points.
Some comic books have PSAs about drug use. We have about flushing radioactive material.
If you're going to be playing with radioactive stuff, keep a lead-lined box.
This is just like when I did my blood analog project in college and had to have a sharps box created for my apartment because I was drawing so much blood. Like, just
Moving on, though. Like, do
Moving
I get
right
the
along.
radiation? Do I get the radiation
trying to
out in the
kick
toilet like in time, or is it just like?
You know what?
I don't even know if you could roll for this. What the
Thank
hell
you,
would this be?
Zoop, for giving us information in the chat on disposal of radioactive materials. You can try to reabsorb the radiation. The radiation, not the bile.
Pull the
Just roll
energy
to
out of it
unleash your
full stun.
powers.
You're going to have to deal with being sick some more, but the better you have it than someone else.
Yeah, just don't eat or drink anything until you dispose of it.
Here's a question: are my parents home?
That is a fascinating question.
It is a Saturday.
It is a Saturday. Your mom works at City Hall. Or what does your dad do? We haven't gone over that.
I think they both work at City Hall, like just two different areas of City Hall.
Okay, so Saturday they're probably in. But you said you didn't fall asleep until about 10 in the morning.
Yeah, like he didn't fall asleep 10 in the morning. I imagine he didn't wake up till like 12, 1 o'clock. Because again, body is just
So
like,
this
hey,
is
you're supposed to be
lunchtime.
up.
They're probably out at lunch right now, just having a nice meal together, spending some time not in the office. 'Cause
Cool.
Your
So,
parents have a very loving relationship.
yeah, like I think I
Lucky
wrote in this
bastard.
backstory that they all get along. Like they all relatively get along. They do their best. You know, sometimes there's some miscommunication because teenager adults, the general
I
miscommunication.
mean, yes, but it's not like they are loving parents. They just are parents to a teenager.
Yeah. So I would say as soon as he sees like, hey, yeah, don't do that, grabs the radiation and absorbs it back into himself, and it's just like, guess I'm not getting sleep today.
All right.
And
I'm gonna need you to roll to unleash your powers. Because as you said, this is while it's being flushed down the toilet.
This is a panic.
This is a panic. See if you can do this in time before it's too late.
oh, that's my freak. Okay, we can work with that. That is a 10.
That is a complete success. Your reflexes are fast enough that you're able to just reach your hand into the toilet bowl, not touch anything, and just absorb the radiation before it gets out.
I
That was the
imagine,
nastiest sickly phlegm I've ever heard.
I imagine he like
and
grabs his
now
phone.
and now you're feeling the energize again. You're not feeling the sick. You're feeling the this is a lot of energy.
I think it's like, oh, but also, oh no. Like
It-
just
this-
thinking.
Yeah,
This is gonna feel sick later. I don't want the later part.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
this is it hasn't had time to settle in your body and make you feel sick. Like, this has been the longest you've ever kept energy stored in you. So
There's multiple things.
you're starting to realize that when you do absorb energy, you have to redirect it. And you have to find a way to redirect it eventually, or else it is going to make you uncomfortable. with this particular energy that you absorbed, it happened to be radioactive, and that makes everybody sick.
Yep. I
Except
imagine
cockroaches.
Or
I
tardigrades.
imagine he's Googling multiple things of like how to get rid of radiation, how to safely store it, get rid of it, whatever, as he's re-suiting up and sending a message out to the group. I think he would say, be advised, we may or may not all have taken in radiation.
Leviathan, you have a communicator. Where are you when you get this message?
I'm probably sitting by myself at the docks at this point, probably licking wounds from the night prior.
Yeah.
Figuratively, or
Yeah. Yeah. You'll notice that you're licking your wounds. You taste a little spicy.
I don't know how to feel about that exact phrasing, but you know what? Let's roll with that.
You said you're licking your wounds literally.
Eh,
It was
monster.
uncomfy.
As you get that message, Hound, you're just looking a little sallow.
He's
Oh,
just
you're
dying outright.
Alright.
you
Oh, boy.
you're looking a little anemic. You're definitely feeling bad, but like you've got some like circles under your eyes. You had exposure to Arctura, but it was like secondhand. You carried him up a flight of stairs. You didn't absorb any like a radioactive blast from Bomba, and you weren't fighting Bomba, getting like explosive punches to your body. Uh,
Oh,
of
God.
all of the people who have been exposed to radiation, yours is the mildest.
Given the power list here, I would argue that is probably the most fortunate circumstance.
Fair.
This is the only reason Hound isn't dead right now.
Here's the real question. Orion can absorb the energy. Can he
Yes.
absorb our latent radiation? Which is
We don't
very
know.
much the question that Cassandra would be asking via communicator at this point. Like, can you pull that off us? Because that's what the doctors are saying too.
I imagine he's sending a text back to everyone saying, does anyone know how to safely get rid of radiation? If so, we could attempt this. I will just need some privacy. I will need some privacy in order to do this, however.
Yo, I have a plan.
A lead-lined box.
For Pyrrha and Hound, it's probably just iodine tablets.
Okay, flipped. But I don't know, because it's like I've spent time with, because the biological studies, especially with the professor being a studier of medicinal biology, there's a good likely possibility that it also would have studied into some forms of radiology and X-ray. So, which is what? That's gamma radiation. So I know at the very least lead lining means a lot, because even in the medical field they have suits and stuff that you can wear for certain types of X-rays that are lead lined.
All right.
So at the very least, yeah, lead lined would probably be my best guess.
Okay, alternatively, Sorry, had to adjust something.
That's fine.
Can come back now. Thank you. Okay. So thought, I have a pocket dimension that has a lot of open space. Could we yeet that shit into it and just let it fly somewhere else?
It's also about as private as it gets.
There's no way that's
You
gonna
just
happen
want to
anytime.
irradiate the realm of chaos.
Listen, I think it could improve the situation.
There's so much worse.
Maybe
there.
Or
There's
Maybe
at
so
it'll make
much
the
least
person
worse.
who's after her to be sick. I don't know.
There's so much worse that's in the realm of chaos. A little bit of radiation won't do it. A little bit.
A little bit.
it should be fine.
Throw
I know
a-
at the very least, you and I stood in front of effectively the value of a micro nuke,
But I
and,
mean,
and I had to get physical with that thing for a while.
get that thing in a ball and just kind of
Kamehameha that out there, away.
we're Orion gets to go to pocket dimension. Woo!
Yeah, man, just got a Rasengan that out there, and you'll be fine. Wind shuriken out there.
Wait,
okay,
yes.
where do you want this? Pick a
Do y'all send
direction.
Do y'all send this message to him like, "Hey, Orion, I can make a pocket dimension for you." You just-
Make, bro, I have. That is the sanctuary. Orion, if you can pull the radiation off of all of us, I have a place to put it.
think he'll send a message, acknowledge. Just tell me what time.
Well, the whole group would have to agree, and we know that is the true BBEG. So
This isn't like scheduling a game session, for the love of God.
no, it's scheduling a doctor's appointment.
I am. I'll respond with just I'll head to the doghouse actively, and I'll just be laying there being lethargic by the end of it, I'm sure.
Hound is just going to respond to that message with all caps, fucking now.
What time? Was that a question? Go.
I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the hospital.
I think when Orion gets all those messages, if by wild chance, if he made plans with his best friend, he would send them a message like, "Hey, buddy, so
I'm sick.
I got the crud. I don't know from what. Maybe a track meet I went to a week ago finally caught up to me. It's not looking good, man."
Alright. You get a message like, "Oh man, do you want me to come over? Like, I can like bring some soup or something."
If you can,
Maybe
I
tomorrow.
think he'll send a message saying, "What kind
Highly
of soup?
contagious.
Like what kind of soup?" But also, just leave it at the door. Leave it at the door. We can hang out tomorrow. I promise. We'll hang out tomorrow.
Okay.
Watch him not be able to pull or at
Coolio.
least extract all of
yeah.
the radiation. He's just
Feel better.
stuck.
I'll bring by some soup.
Yeah. We can play video games tomorrow. I still need to beat you at Super Smash Bros.
Cool. All
Does
right.
that exist in this universe? Because if so, that's fascinating.
What
The
time period is it
crossover is
in?
just getting bigger.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't assume that something similar to Nintendo would exist.
Like it's somewhere we're in the early 2010s, right? I honestly
Yeah.
forget the time. Yeah. Super Smash
They'd be in the
Bros.
Smash 4 era.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Anywho. As that's going down, the elevator dings in the hospital and opens up at the 5th floor.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to start looking for room numbers and act like I'm going up to a place with a purpose.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to that place with a purpose because room 501 is somewhere.
Yes.
Just constantly
it's-
checking the clipboard to make sure your information's right. Make it look like you're involved in something specific.
Exactly. I was in the theater club for a year. Sure.
So, where you are, uh, you're at the other end. You're in the like 550s. Yeah.
Okay.
And making your way to the radiation ward.
I'm keeping an eye out for clothing that matters. Because if I need to change to some other type of clothing to belong better, that's
Okay. So yeah, getting close. I would say roll to assess the situation, probably.
okay. I can do that. Sure. What? That one. I'm rolling. Damn it. Okay. Oh, squeak by with a 7.
All right.
Ooh.
Partial success.
Uh,
That means you can ask one question.
Tourette's not the issue. Danger is clearly the radiation.
Well, and you can also um replace threat with obstacle.
Fair. I mean, honestly, I'm just going to be real loosey-goosey with the blank because it's like, what here can I use to effectively have a conversation with the doctor? Well, Octura.
Okay. So I will say that the ward itself is cordoned off. It is locked, and there is a security door. What you can do to get into the radiation ward is find an ID badge.
Or wait until the coast is clear enough for me to pull the same bullshit I did at the lab?
Yeah.
I feel like I have a better chance of doing that than snagging a badge in a hospital where there's a lot of employees actively doing things.
Yeah, fair enough.
Either that or use the classic security problem of just piggybacking. So,
Up to you. How do you want to do this?
You killed it. Yay.
Hold
You
on.
have a problem. How do you want to solve it?
Is there? There's got to be like a coffee shop at this hospital.
On the ground floor? Probably, yeah.
Cool. It'll probably take me a little bit more time, but the beauty of this is that we are a comic book and I can just pop.
Yep,
A short
panel.
time later. Show up with like 3 stacks of coffee cups and no way to hold them, clipboard in my mouth. Basically just like do that whole, can you get the door?
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll to provoke.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sell it.
So listen, I've used this. It works. Let's go. Okay, so With a -1, that's an 11.
Nice. Awesome.
I'll
So
get a few of those.
okay, so the person the like security guard before takes one of the coffees off and like uses their ID badge to open it and go, okay, thank you. We've been up for so long. Really, you're a lifesaver.
Listen, ain't none of this decaf.
How much did you just
Good.
blow on coffee?
I mean, if it's just basic ass black coffee, not that much. Especially, and I gotta say this with confidence, if you work somewhere like a hospital and you're just looking for like regular ass coffee, most places have like an employee discount. Like if you're not getting something fancy, it's just like that's a $3 cup of coffee. Take it for 2.
As you walk away, there's just a small voice bubble for one of them. It's like, now if I can just find some oat milk.
Oh,
But
Listen, this security guard has tummy troubles with milk.
that is weak genetics.
Hey, I'm just happy I'm through the door, and you better believe that the nurse's station is getting a delivery of coffee. And at that point, I have been endeared to the entire staff on that floor. I'm in a good place.
Okay. They the nursing station is right before the station where you get dressed in your hazmat suit.
Yes. A real one this time.
Yes.
Because they're provided.
Yes.
Hey, you see Jeff? I haven't seen him here in weeks. Well, who's Jeff? Oh, yeah, he was the guy who brought us coffee.
Yeah, he's the great guy who always brings coffee. What do you mean, bitch? What do you mean always? Well, the only time I've ever seen him, he's had coffee.
So you get changed and you find room 501.
Cool. I'm gonna go in there.
Okay.
I feel like I would take a cup of coffee. No, probably not. Probably couldn't.
Inside, you do find Dr. Arctura. He does not look to be good. He's got an IV of potassium iodine. Just an IV drip. To try and help him deal with the radiation.
Right. That's not good.
Yeah, he looks emaciated, sallow. He is not doing good.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that the security guards are not nearly as bad. They were not nearly as close to this. They blasted all. Okay. Is he awake?
No, he is asleep.
I'm gonna text Orion immediately. Hey. Does your suit have like a cloaking feature or anything?
You have stealth mode.
Okay,
where
cool.
all of the colors become muted.
Cool. Because I was like, I don't think I have that.
Okay.
But I would send a message saying I do, limited use though.
Is there a window to this room?
I don't think. We'll say yes.
Okay. It probably can't open, and if it can, it wouldn't be easily.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Do you think I'm gonna tell him straight up what's going on? Like, I'm with Dr. Arctura. He's bad. He got it worse than us. can you get here? And I can't get you up the same way I did. But if you can make it to the outside of the building and can somehow maybe absorb some of this off of him, even if it's not all of it, because that might look weird to the doctors, but some of it, we still
Is
need
this in the
answers.
collective group chat?
No.
Eh.
I don't know what your relationship is necessarily to him, but your reaction to wanting to take him home instead of letting him go to the doctor, that threw up flags.
Well, to be fair, at the time we had no inkling of radioactive material.
I'm aware, but that threw up flags, so this is just a conversation with Orion.
I think he would send a message back saying, if you could find any form of ventilation shafts or air ducts or anything of the sort where I can essentially backroom my way through, I can see what I can do.
How many floors is the hospital?
You know what? We'll say it's 5. You're on the top floor.
Cool. Can I find the roof?
Probably.
Okay. How accessible is the roof?
Um,
Do they have a landing pad?
yeah,
Helipad.
Some hospitals do have a landing pad. I know the one I used to work at as an operations manager had one.
Hmm?
While it is more easily accessible,
Yeah,
tends to be guarded.
we'll say there is access. We'll say
Okay.
there's roof access.
Okay.
It's not in this particular section, but there is roof access.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was 5 floors. Christ, the hospital.
Okay.
You get to scale the side of a building.
I mean, I've seen much taller hospitals than 5 floors.
Okay. So I don't know if this would be provoke someone. Curiosity. On the provoke someone for the security guard,
Hmm.
did I manage to... Oh no, that's instead they choose one. Damn. I was hoping that I might have gained some influence over him to be like poking my head out and be like, hey, we have a specialist on the way up. He doesn't have his own badge. Could you let him in when he gets here?
Yeah, no. So that's if they choose not to do what you wanted them to do.
Right.
They can overreact and you gain influence.
Right.
Um,
I
I mean, you can
might...
still always ask.
I was gonna say I might still try that.
It's a fair argument to have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I might say that, and I might just tell Orion, stay in your suit, kind of thing. Treat it like a specialized hazmat gear. Let him know that he is being called a specialist by me, and to just head to the security door.
Oh, okay. Whose authority?
Whose authority? Wait, is this the security guard asking?
Yeah.
This was at the suggestion of oh my god, what was his name? Bolt? The superhero Bolt?
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's not gonna fly. Like some random superhero does not have authority here at a medical facility.
No, it's a radiological oh my god, brain work.
It's not the name I would have used, but fair.
Who else do I know in this universe? Um
You're already going through. You already went down that. You backtrack now.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know anybody else in this universe as far as who might, like, what superhero might, but it's...
Never said it was a superhero.
No,
Tsar Bomba is not exactly
he asked on whose
Mhm.
authority is this person coming in, and that I
Oh,
should let them in.
okay.
You said the Bolt.
No, I said
Bolt,
he was.
and he
I said he was suggested as a specialist by the Bolt.
yeah,
was
well, yeah, he uh the security uh the security guard was just asking, so you're telling me just let somebody in, and when I see them, on whose orders
Gotcha.
am I
Okay.
getting that?
Okay.
Your uh
So
the response that I heard was you said the Bolt, and he's like,
no,
that's just a random superhero.
the Bolt
No.
suggested him. He is a specialist suggested by the Bolt.
Okay.
But you're saying whose authority, like in the hospital? I
Yeah.
only know one fucking name. Um,
Okay.
and I don't remember her name other than she was strawberry blonde and a plus size woman.
Yes.
It would have been on his chart. It had to have been on his chart.
Yes.
What's the doctor's name?
The attending doctor is Dr. Simone.
Simone.
That's who I would have used.
Say, I was sitting here going, I don't. Do you want to know what notes I have right now? Strawberry blonde 501. That's all I fucking wrote down.
Your note taking skills aren't on par today specifically.
I am tired. Okay, so sure, I'll say, Dr. Simone seemed on board when it was brought up.
Okay.
Start with a Y or an I.
Fine. If this person shows up, and Dr. Simone says it's okay, I will let them through. But I can't just let anybody randomly through. I would not be a security guard if I didn't take the security of the patients seriously.
Definitely mentally rolling my eyes, but yeah, totally good. I get it.
You're gonna get this man fired.
Listen, it's not my fault that certain security protocols need to be followed better and people need to do their due diligence and don't. I don't have a degree in this or anything.
All right. So, Orion, you head on to the hospital.
Keep the helmet on.
Yeah, he's long since suited up because he was going to
God
initiate
damn it.
purge.
That
This still could
phrase
fall apart at any time.
means something different when not applied to a minor character.
The helmet stays on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
My brain
Shax,
didn't.
my love.
My brain did not go there. I was playing a 16, 17-year-old. Just moving
know.
on. Just moving
No.
on.
Every time I hear the
Destiny
phrase,
2 is a solid reference. Mm-hmm.
Yep, just moving on. We're gonna move on. Just
yeah,
don't
absolutely,
know. Move on.
absolutely, not in the context of this characters, but
Not at all.
Mandalorians.
That too.
Yeah. So I'm already
Anywho, you're at the hospital.
Mm-hmm. I imagine knowing that, hey, yo, I'm a superhero. I don't have the best reputation. I think he would, as soon as he would get to the hospital, find like a bush, tree, shrubbery, something, go into it, activate stealth mode. And I imagine with the not with that ampness filled with the radiation, he's just like, okay. Scaling the side of a hospital. After last night, I think this is about as easy as it gets.
Fair.
All right. So are you just trying to vertical leap, or try and find a way to parkour?
Would I know if
mean-
I had the amount of energy to just full on, like Hulk jump up to the fifth floor of the hospital to the roof?
To use the famous GM adage, you can certainly try.
Kick its ass.
To be fair, radiation is a very, very potent
Roll
source of
to
energy.
unleash your powers if you wish to try and do a Hulk vertical leap. If you wish to leap taller, a tall building in a single bound, roll to unleash your powers.
You may only be able to do it once because the on the other side, but you can try.
Yeah. This bullet dust is beautiful, and it's been giving me a 6, and my opalite die gave me a 6, -2, 10. We make it. Barely, but we make it.
All right. So you said it. How much did you roll?
10.
10.
A 10? Yeah.
So
It's not even a barely make it. You make it.
Cleanly.
You just spring up. Do you even do like a flip? Before landing on your feet on the roof. Yeah, and you see that there's the helipad and the elevator as well for when people are airlifted in and they have to be on a gurney, yeah, lower down the elevator. You see that's there. There's also some rooftop stairway access.
okay. It's a door that takes me downstairs. Is the door open or?
I mean, the door itself is not opened, but if you try if you try to open it, it should be unlocked.
Check for traps. Wait, wrong game.
I think he would send Pyrrha a message saying, "I'm on top of the helipad. I'm going to try the door unless there's another way for me to get in."
Nah, try the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try the door.
It's unlocked.
We don't live in a D&D world. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
You live in a superhero world.
Yeah.
Still stealthing the way through, sending her a message. Where is your location?
Okay, I'm gonna essentially explain how to get there, and tell him that he was sent. He was requested by Dr. Simone, and was sent by Bolt. Or is it Bolt or the Bolt?
Both.
Okay.
Bolt is casual. The Bolt is probably the formal title.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Bolt, Mr. the Bolt.
So wait, am I still?
Yeah,
stealthing,
it's like the
Nah,
Flash.
you can go full. You can go full full color.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the Flash. You know.
Rev said muted colors for stealth mode, so actually.
Yeah, like I'm. If you've ever seen the Young Justice cartoon when they turn their suits into stealth mode and they go into like dark muted colors.
So, nah, no need for stealth at this point. Just bullshit.
Okay, so I guess once I see Pyrrha, I'll drop the stealth.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't gonna be at the door, and you're not gonna see me anyway because I'm a dude. But I'm gonna tell you where to go and what to say to the security guard. And if there's an issue, I am fully prepared to try and imitate Dr. Simone. Hey,
Okay.
Do we just have a Mystique crossed with Raven in this party? Is that what I'm getting at?
A little bit. She can't fly or do magic.
I can
Yet.
fly after
After making wings.
Yeah, I have to do some stuff to fly, but I can't.
And she can't cast spells, but you know. Yet.
Yet.
It
would be so much better if I'd actually hit my last Doom tracker and could have picked up portals.
All right. So yes.
Wait, am I reading that right?
Dude, what now?
Well, no, I just saw one of my Doom things, and I was like, am I reading that right? Yeah, fucking infinite powers.
Yes. You can use any power from any playbook once.
Ah. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, that is what the ability Infinite Powers lets you do. Choose an ability or move from any playbook and use it once.
Well, I don't have that right now, so we're just gonna move on and get Orion through this door so we can maybe save a doctor's life. And also our friend's dad.
You don't know that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Orion, you do make it to the radiation ward. There is a security guard and a dude standing there. He looks like a Steven or a Gene. Just some generic white man.
Generic white man.
Yeah.
In scrubs with a clipboard.
I got a question. With Pyrrha's ability to shapeshift, is there anything notable that makes someone say, they didn't have those color eyes or color hair before?
So from the way that that's actually kind of the thing. Since since Dice is the one who said it, their skin seems a little too flawless.
The man is impeccable with his moisturizing routine.
Yeah. Like, does this person have any blemishes? No, because Pyrrha
You look
didn't.
like a doll.
Pyrrha did not.
But
They have no acne, no blemishes, no.
Their entire body's covered in foundation.
No tan. Yeah, they look. Their skin is flawless.
You could have pulled them off of a TV screen. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I think he would see this person and realize, okay. Like, mentally, he's saying, okay, so this is the game plan. All right. And just kind of walk up to him, like, that walk of you're on a mission, you have authority. He's kind of imitating that walk that he's seen from other heroes, like head up, shoulders up, like down, but chest up.
To fully sell it, extending the hand to shake. Glad you're here. We have someone who really needs your help.
He'll shake the doctor's hand.
Well, not doctor, just dude in scrubs.
Dude, he'll shake the dude in scrubs' hand.
It's a nurse.
And say,
even that.
By all means, I am here to help.
That.
Who must I see at this moment?
The patient's this way. Not gonna drop names. Not even gonna.
Okay. The security guard is really wrestling with themselves whether or not they should stop this person who looks to be in like strange hazmat suit armor thing, and just goes, you know what?
Above your pay grade. Above your pay grade. Embrace it.
It's above my pay grade.
I think he'll just see the security guard as he's, wrestling with the idea in his head. And he'll just kind of nod towards him. Not saying a word, but just a nod of
this guy looks like a hero. It's fine. Like this guy looks
And just a
like
nod of acknowledgement.
yes, this
And-
guy looks like a good guy, looks like a hero. He's here to help. Fine, okay. Because as you said, your mask inspires savior.
Yep.
So you look like a hero,
Mhm.
and you're carrying yourself with confidence. You're at a hospital. You're here to see a patient, and this security guard's just like, okay, there's all these things. Everything seems to be lining up. Fine. Just
You
let
know
them
what this
go.
looks like to me, just from an outside perspective? This looks like a Make-A-Wish that's bound to go wrong.
Yes.
This is why the hero's here. It's just because they wanted to beat them before they died.
A 50-year-old
terrible.
Make-A-Wish.
Yes.
I will also say this is another PSA. If you work in security, it is not above your pay grade.
No. But in comic books, it is.
Oh, in real life it is. Just let you know. I mean, this shit doesn't work on a regular basis. What?
Quit giving the public bad ideas.
Anywho, you make your way to the room where Dr. Artura is currently sleeping, looking pretty bad. Again, he's got that potassium iodine drip.
Mm-hmm.
and we recognize him, right, as the doctor from last night.
I mean, you should.
Particularly,
How
maybe,
good is
but
your facial memory?
Oh no, I was just asking in general because I got in late and catching up with everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what you can do, but if you can pull radiation off of somebody else, we still need answers as to what all he did to Bomba.
I think he'll nod towards Pyrrha, like that nod of acknowledgement. Has Orion extracted energy from someone before?
Never from a living being. It has either been from an explosion or from some electrical wires or something like that. He has never uh, er, uh, tried to absorb energy from a living being.
Do you want to try it out on Pyrrha first, so that should something go wrong, you're not hurting an almost dead dude anyway?
I have an ability called Game Face. When you commit yourself to save someone or defeat a terrible enemy, mark a condition and take +1 ongoing to all rolls in direct pursuit of that goal. At the end of any scene in which you don't make progress towards that goal, mark a condition. When you fulfill your goal, mark potential. I think I would use that here.
Okay.
This is
And
Orion has this idea about being a hero, being a savior, the people's hope, things like that. He's now in a hospital where this person is pretty much dying from an incident that they were involved in.
Yeah.
He's going to do his all to save this person now.
Okay. And I will say taking a condition, the best one that I believe would fit, because you're trying to do something you've never done before. You're you don't know if this will save or kill this person, and you're insecure.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I cannot think of anything.
What about because this would probably be something like unleash your powers, right? For Orion?
For Orion, it is going to be unleashing his powers, but
Okay,
he'll be getting a +1.
that's fair. What's your freak at?
-1. -2,
Cool.
sorry.
Cool. So I could comfort or support. Hype him up. Trying to potentially help shift labels if he opens up
So
about the insecurity.
So comforter support is more of a emotional comfort and stuff if for a conversation you guys are having. That's for more of a dialogue scene. For this, you may just have to let him do his thing and hope for the best.
I was just trying to find a way to potentially help.
No, I absolutely get that.
Let's see what happens.
And it's commendable. Well, I appreciate you doing that. And I'm sure Blackwell appreciates the assist, but currently I don't see anything in your repertoire or that can help with this particular role. Well, he's already doing the taking condition to take a +1 in an attempt for this role, and this may be just something he's got to tackle on his own.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see where this goes.
Believe in you.
Okay, 6. So that's a 9. So I already
That
got
is a
-2.
9.
I got a -2 in freak, so it's like
Okay. So, you can. So, unleashing your powers. You can either mark another condition and in order to make it a complete success, or I can tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
I'm taking the condition.
All right, so you'll take another condition.
Mhm.
So, I think,
Could it be guilty?
yeah, guilty sounds good.
Because I was initially thinking the first condition would be guilty because there's that sense of we should have been faster, we should have been here sooner, and mix that with the insecure of like not living up to your idea of yourself. Like, that's a dangerous combo.
Yeah.
So I imagine Orion puts like, as Pyrrha's like talking, like telling him all this stuff, he just sees this person. Have you ever just seen someone go into this trance like state and just start moving? He just moves towards the doctor and places his hand on his chest. And I imagine you start seeing like this bright green yellowish glow like surround the doctor as it starts getting sucked up towards Orion's hand and starts going through the suit, and you see the lines in the suit start cycling through yellow green to like these various combinations of yellow green. And I imagine on his like watch you see the counter just going ballistic, going like kind of like in Yu-Gi-Oh when their life points are going down, you're hearing that sound. And I imagine the suit's just like, hey, you're taking in a lot, buddy. What are you doing?
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to take the radiation as the color starts to return to his cheeks. He still looks a little anemic and like he's low on iron, and just needing fluids. He's still got that saline IV as well. But you have absorbed most of his radiation, as was your goal. You didn't want to absorb all of it. You've absorbed most of it. His breathing is less labored. The doctor seems to be looks like he will be recovering fine.
I think as he removes his hand from the doctor and, he sees him a lot better, Still worse for wear, but a lot better. Is the doctor's asleep at the moment, right?
Currently, yes.
I think Orion would just kind of fall to the ground, like into a seating position. Just that moment of, holy shit, I did that. And he verbally says that out. Holy shit, that. Okay, so I can do that.
That's good to
Help
know,
people.
considering the rest of us are probably going to need some of that too.
All right. And I think we're going to end this scene here and take a quick break. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Woo. Goody sprinkles.
Welcome back. All right. So we resume our issue back at the doghouse. With Orion and Pyrrha showing up. And yeah, Hound's not looking great.
Can I have left a note, since I didn't realize we were just gonna zip over there? Can I have like left a note with the doctor, like to reach out?
Yeah, sure.
I'll find some cryptic way to say it or something. Basically, just
Okay, well,
like
let me
we
know.
have we have some things that we need to discuss. Hope you're feeling better.
Okay. And then maybe like a symbol.
Yeah. And then maybe like a way to reach us, I guess. Our group Gmail account. Um,
uh,
Leave us a
your
5-star
business
review,
email.
guys.
hey, give us a 5-star review on Yelp.
Yeah,
We did say
on
it.
Yelp. Yeah. No, sorry, it's called Yelp for Help.
That's terrible.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we'll cut to the group at the doghouse. Yeah. Leviathan, your wounds are healing? Question mark.
I was gonna say, how am I looking after dealing with that for as long as I was? I understand
Probably a
I'm
little pale.
mutagen,
It'll be
your colors are. You said you're kind of like a vibrant green.
generally.
Yeah, you're. Take away the vibrant, and more of a pallid green.
Your scales
At
aren't
the moment.
shiny right now.
No, you could start to peel them and it'd be mucus.
No.
You're not wrong. And and yeah, and Hound looks to have the textbook signs of mild radiation poisoning.
You ever watch Chernobyl?
Yes.
No, it was too
Yes.
sad.
Oh,
Like
that's
that.
Hound right now.
Ah, it's just.
Am I feeling slightly better than everyone else because I've been absorbing other people's vitality?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oops.
I think Orion would see his teammates, and I got a question. Now that he knows to do this, would I have to roll to unleash my powers still, or
To do what?
to absorb the radiation from my teammates?
So, are you still clocking in at like stupid high percentages of energy right now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would probably say yeah. Not just because you still haven't fully figured out the living beings thing, but also because you're clocking in at so much radiation, you may overblow your own system.
We can fix that.
I imagine that Orion brought some like Pepto Bismol with him because he's just like, I gotta get it
This
out
will
one
fix
way
it,
or
right?
another. Like it's like this. It's like that moment of this is going to suck,
Well,
but it's for the greater of the team.
I love the fact that you use Pepto Bismol as the trigger when in actuality it's just ingesting anything.
He's a
And
teenager.
that's
What is he really gonna know this?
It's medicine. It does the thing. Yeah.
He's a teenager. As far as he knows, this is supposed to make things better.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, radiation, diarrhea.
It did, but I just yacked it up. He's not thinking that, I could just drink anything. This is a 16, 17-year-old. Very.
I'll also say you're not in the nauseous stage. Because this, like I said, when you got nauseous when you didn't do anything with the radiation, and it just festered. Right now, you're just all of. Have you ever done pre-workout?
No, I can't.
Okay, so I have done pre-workout once. What it does is it stimulates all of your nerve endings, so it feels like you're covered in the stiff part of Velcro. Now imagine that for every cell of your body.
My argument still, he's a teenager.
I,
He's
I I
not.
get that. I'm just letting you know what the sensation is compared to what it was when you woke up.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's still gonna take that Pepto Bismol though.
Okay.
He won't hold it for
Okay.
very long, but he'll be fine.
Okay.
Um Congratulations, you just drank Pepto Bismol.
Bismuth.
Not sponsored.
But hashtag could be.
But it-
Um.
but anyways, I think he's still going to see his teammates and attempt to do what he was trying to do again.
Hey, how you doing,
Alright.
buddy? How you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you said you needed to get rid of this stuff. How you doing?
That's a good question. How would he be doing? Would it be the same? Like I know we said that he gets like it's that feeling of like he's up, kind of like if you take your ADHD medication, yeah, you're going to have that sense of feeling like, hey, I'm relatively okay now. Is it like that, or is it like
No.
energize the
This
button and
is
keep on going?
this is an every cell in my body is on fire. I am not okay. I am
Okay.
overstimulated.
I
And
Okay.
think Orion would say through gritted like teeth. Is there anywhere I could deposit this so that I could help our allies?
I'ma summon the sanctuary.
okay.
Isn't this the first time Orion gets to see it?
He's only
Oh.
on been the outside, so he's seen that
Mhm.
maelstrom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you both are in.
Oh no, I'm
Uh,
saying you first, everybody in.
Okay. So, so the maelstrom actually becomes bigger than it's ever been, not just consuming Pyrrha, but all four of you. As within a few seconds, you end up in the realm of chaos. The sanctuary has been redecorated, and as is the usual,
Mhm.
every time you come in, everything has been rearranged.
Right. What were
It
we
is never
rolling
the
to
same
figure out?
sanctuary, but it is always the same stuff.
And it's at least the same layout. Like,
Oh, not even the same layout.
oh, not even the same layout. So I have to figure out where the
It's the same
different places are.
inventory.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the
Okay, it's
same.
just
It's the
Same
same
room, same
inventory,
furniture,
but
just all at different places.
it's just everything is never where you put it.
that's fine. Okay. So I know last time you had me roll to see like what level of something it was, but I don't remember A, what we rolled, or B, how it changed. So am I rolling something this time?
I need to remember that.
I don't remember. Because it
I
was
mean, we've
something
only
about
ever done this once.
right. It was so I remember it was
Okay.
something about like how gritty it was or something.
Pardon.
Okay, so this was a uh this was a rolling that was a rolling for your companion. Um like uh or actually no, I don't remember.
I mean, we don't have to roll anything.
We don't have to roll anything right now.
Okay.
Because I can't remember what you rolled. I'm going to say you don't have to roll anything now.
Cool. So I'm just going to kind of do a quick look for the healing room that I apparently put in, or the healing equipment I apparently put into this. I'm glad you remembered, because I didn't. But yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I have written
It's
down.
there on your character sheet.
Yep, it is. So I'd try to find that, and then I'd also just kind of be like, I don't know if you can like put it into a ball or something, but I just kind of point and show that there's like places where the walls don't exist, and it's just the maelstrom out there, and be like, but
the void.
Send it.
So
send it to Jesus.
So yes, you are able to find the healing equipment. It takes a little bit. What does the healing equipment look like?
I forgot I had it. You think I know what this thing looks like?
I'm saying make something up. It's your sanctuary.
We're gonna go Greek themed. I'm thinking it looks like. Oh my god! I don't want it to be like the Lazarus Pit, but it's starting to look coded like the Lazarus Pit. Damn it!
I mean that symbol with the snake is from Greek origin.
That's true. I'm gonna go. It's very similar to the Lazarus Pit, but instead of being weird and creepy, it's very like Greek hot springs coded.
That's cool.
Like ancient Greek baths. Like there's a series of pools and.
All right.
How does it work, bitch? I don't know. Fucking magic. We are in a pocket dimension in a realm of chaos. How do you want this to work?
Yeah. So yeah, you find yourselves in like a Greek spa, and you see there are some like all of the entrances to the pools have the staff with the snake, the winged staff with the snake, the
Caduceus?
yes, the caduceus. You know what? We will call these the caduceus
The Caduceus what?
pools. Like, the Lazarus Pit, the caduceus pools.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yep, good enough for me.
Yes, so you find your way to the caduceus pools.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Orion, you need to get rid of that. So, go ahead, get rid of that. Rest if you need to. Anybody who's not feeling great, into the pools.
So I imagine it's like a pod, I assume.
Pod?
It's what? No, it's
Sorry.
like pool in the ground. Like there's some steps going down, and
Like an actual pool.
yeah, it's like a hot spring.
Yeah.
If you're talking about like the entirety of this place, it's like vaguely ruins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a pod like, the Saiyan healing tanks or anything like that. It's like
something, yeah.
Yeah, it's like going into a spa.
Okay.
This is a strange floating island of land in a maelstrom of chaos. Like
This is effectively an oasis, but a Greek-themed oasis.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's like a pool for us to relax in and a healing pool. Okay, cool. I missed that part somehow.
Yeah.
Cool. I think he would go into the healing pool then.
Yeah.
You gonna jettison that energy, my guy?
I'm confused. Is the healing pool removing the radiation? Is that the conversation? Or is it like, hey, get rid of the radiation, then step into the pool?
You can do both at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
You can jettison it straight up. It's not gonna matter.
So I'll say you you try to use your because you've only ever used your the energy you do to enhance your physicality. Um, so I think what is going to happen is stepping in to this pool, your muscles, instead of being hyper tense as they have been, are going to relax, and there will be like a steam of green glowing radiation that then glows white as it's purified by the magic of the pool, and dissipates into the rest of the ether. You find yourself being completely rejuvenated, um, and I will say, mm, yeah, you're feeling pretty good.
Would we say that my conditions are healed as well?
This is a pool that heals your physical conditions, not emotional damage.
Okay.
Emotional damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your physical damage is healed. Your emotional damage is your own.
Oh.
Nice.
Thanks for trying anyway, Pyrrha.
Here's the real question: is it going to work on everybody else's radiation too? Because like, Pierre's not going to know that would have worked. Like,
Well, visually, it looked like it worked.
I imagine that Orion's suit is not cycling through yellow green and mixtures of yellow and green anymore.
No,
It's
you're
going through its usual pulsing of like energy.
you're you're all systems nominal. You are at peak efficiency. You
You
are
are good
fine.
to go.
You are well rested, and as if you got 8 hours of sleep.
that scraped knee you had? Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Your scars are also good. No, just thought.
Depends on how long you stay.
All right.
Yeah, you're fine. Uh,
All right.
is anyone
Pyrrha
going to
is
join Orion?
I was gonna
Oh,
say
Or
I'll
is
start.
Orion going to leave the pool?
in my mind, Pyrrha totally has like a bathing suit on hand here. Like, like
With
I mean,
Hmm.
she also has adaptive clothing, so she's just gonna like this is normal for her, so she's just gonna like get ready, get into the spa, and just kind of relax for a minute and be like, "Well, go on."
with no small amount of effort, you can just kind of feel the weight shift as Leviathan will proceed towards the pool side. You can not only see but hear as the tail drags slothfully, swiping back and forth as he makes his way over. And just have you ever watched a crocodile dip into a pool of water before, where it's
Mhm.
kind of like a wave and just it all disperses, and it's kind of then as it just sinks into it on its own. That's effectively what takes place. So the water level rises considerably. It's disheveled for a while until the surface clears and you just see occasional bubbles.
Okay.
You go all the
And
way
yeah,
in.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and you see
Water's my friend.
Leviathan's body also tends to or releases the like glowing green steam, which purifies into white. The color returns to his body, and he's this very vibrant, beautiful hunter green.
I imagine this isn't the first time that Leviathan's been in the pools, just because there might have been an attempt to see if it would fix things previously.
Yeah. Obviously it did not It did not alter his DNA
Right.
back to its original state, but it did heal all of his injuries that he had, as it is healing his injuries now.
Mhm.
Fortunately, we haven't had the radiation long enough for it to start affecting DNA yet.
Yeah.
Hound is just crawling and dragging himself into the pool. Eventually, you just hear a as he falls in.
My guy, you are going to feel 1,000% better.
I am also half expecting that while it's minor radiation sickness, I also kind of hope he's just really overplaying the bit.
Like, what do they call it? Man flu? Where it's like the idea that
It's a
it's like
real
that much
thing,
worse.
too.
Man, radiation poisoning. Man, radiation sickness.
Thing is, I don't think he is, because radiation poisoning, mild or not, is fucking terrible.
Yeah. and as we have established, Hound is just a guy.
Just a guy.
Like a really cool dude. But still just a dude.
But yeah, so Hound, are you just like in full clothes too?
It's
Hound attempted to get dressed as people were showing up. He made sure to put on his mask, but it's like not on properly at all, so he keeps having to reach up to like put it back on, but like it's just like an undershirt. The belts.
So
He's still wearing his pajama bottoms. Like, it does not look great.
So I think in this moment I'm gonna have you roll plus mundane. Just to maintain, just to make sure that all of your stuff stays on when you flop in the water.
Oh no!
That's an 8.
Oh, thank
That's
God!
An 8. Your pants stay on, and most of your clothes is still on. However, your mask does float away.
So it's kind of,
well, I have noticed.
Hound is just under the water. It takes like a minute before, well, less than a minute because holding breath, but whatever, you know what I mean. Takes like a few seconds for him to feel better. You see his mask float to the top, and then he just gets out of the water and goes, "Oh, that's much better."
I actually imagine that, like, as you're under the water and there's just like a few bubbles coming up, the mask kind of floats by Orion in the pool, and then you burst through the water.
I was almost honestly hoping that it was going to be that thing that you do as a kid and you act like you're dead in the pool and see if anyone notices. So it's just there floating in the water space. Oh boy.
Hey, Hound, you good? I'm fine.
I could stay here longer, right?
Yeah. So Hound like gets up out of the water, takes a deep breath, and goes, "Oh, that's so much better." Kind of reaches up to like gets his hair out of his eyes, and then goes, shit.
Yeah, as Cassandra Zachariah, you finally get a good look at Hound's face.
At which point, to conserve modesty, I can construct a mask. That's not hard.
Yeah,
I do my own.
that's not the hard thing. The thing is, the face is one you recognize.
Oh.
You've established you both have met Daniel Price.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have
He
seen
used
this
to go to your
underwater?
high school.
Yep, he did.
And now he's in your sanctum.
Second time.
Yeah.
For the second time.
They're still going to be sending the mask at him. Like,
Oh,
At
of
him,
course.
like you're shooting it at his face. Like it's got force behind it.
like one of those face hugger things. Just
Mhm.
Sends him under the water again. Pops out. Ow!
I don't think we've ever heard
God,
the description of like what Daniel looks like.
So, Daniel has his right eye is like this very deep brown, and his left eye is milky, just a white color over it, and very and messed up scarring over over the eye. You assume he's used a lot of makeup trying to cover it when he wears his mask.
Can't do shit about that.
This is what you get for radiation. You've lost your face.
He's been missing that eye. Yeah, it just looks like a young guy, probably a little bit older than you guys, maybe a year. Messy brown hair. It's messy right now. Usually it's slicked back. Yeah.
I feel like Orion would pick up the mask that's floating by him. He would look at it, then look at the Hound and look back at it, and then just send it gliding back over to him. He's not saying a word, but I think there's a distinct sense of there's something on his mind. He's just not saying it.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, that's that scene. If you want it to end, you can head on back to the doghouse, rejuvenated and ready for your next adventure.
Realistically, you've been offered snacks and refreshments because that's also part of this.
Yeah, of course.
I want to do the other thing that gators do, where they just vibrate the water around them through the bellowing that they make.
Oh,
Yeah,
In
Here,
an
I
oddly
didn't.
weird way, it's a jacuzzi tub now for some reason, and no one
Here,
knows
I
why.
didn't know your pools had jets.
You know,
They don't.
I don't think they do.
All right.
The
Yeah,
howling
'cause-
begins. We should go.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's,
because you said your sanctuary also has art, music, and food.
And scattered ancient relics.
Yeah.
But yeah, also we shouldn't spend too much time here just because like bad shit likes to. We should go.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, I got nothing.
I just have this image of everybody coming out in like hotel towels and bathrobes, just walking through this portal, just back into the doghouse.
The irony
Feet
of
still wet. Yeah, like
the irony
Plap,
of it, like
plap, plap,
being like in a full suit of armor. It's just like, why you need the bathrobe around you?
it's for the sake
Orion's
of
wearing the robe around his armor.
Amazing.
And then when you return to the doghouse, you're wearing none of that. You're just back in your original clothes. And none of it is wet.
But feeling better.
Yeah. Feeling so much better. And yeah, you've dealt with the aftermath of the fight with Bomba. And I think this comic will end with 2 scenes. One with a scene of Dr. Simone chastising the security guard outside of the hospital room, as
Told you he was getting
the
fired.
as the vitals of Dr. Arctura start to increase and his eyes slowly open, and he looks over to the note that you left him. Yeah, how did you sign the note?
I forget. Did we pick a name?
I mean, you have not picked a name for your team? I figured you would probably sign it personally or with like your personal like insignia.
Okay.
But that's up to you. If you want to do that or if you want to do something similar or something different. Do you want to name the team?
I would not do that. Okay. Pyrrha would not do that on her own. But I think she would probably have left like probably the number for one of her burner phones effectively. And either I'm trying to decide if she would have just signed it a friend or actually as Pyrrha. Probably just a friend.
Okay. Yeah.
But with weirdly obviously teenage girl handwriting. Like
Hearts on the eyes and swirls in the T crossing. Yeah.
Like it's a little too obvious that it's definitely a teenage girl.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, there's totally going to be a note that says like "enjoy the cookies" or something.
The now radiation infected cookies.
They're fine.
But yeah, and he lays back and like closes his eyes with a smile. But the focus shifts to the TV in the room, which has the news going on, and the story being reported on is of the break-in and explosion and from the Festus Industries building. There's an interview with Felix Festus, the CEO of the company, talking about how there are decontamination teams currently dealing with the radiation at the facility, and that they should hopefully be back up and running within a month or so. The focus of the story then shifts to an anchor talking about the 4 young heroes who fought and were responsible for the capture of Tsar Bomba, a fearsome supervillain who was recently responsible for the attempted assassination of city council members and the murder of one Emily Oh my god, I forgot her last name.
Ruskin.
Ruskin. Emily Ruskin. And the shift while the audio is still going shifts away from the TV and into a prison cell. Oh, these yet to be unnamed heroes seem to be part of a new team of superheroes. That uh, in our refined city. Yeah, yeah. Reports have yet to come in on who these heroes are, or what their intentions and are in this city. Yeah, yeah. But we can certainly hope that they're that they are here for good. And as it says, as they're here for good, something drips onto the floor at Zarbomba's feet, and he looks up into the readers, or to look at the reader, and part of his face has seemed to have melted off and has replaced with a glowing green skeleton.
Oh no.
So we're getting a weird cross between Red Skull and Atomic Skull or Atomic Skeleton? Please.
Yes. And
This'll
that is where
be
we're ending
fascinating.
our issue.
How fun.
This man said, "I got 5 stages that you got to complete." What is this, a JRPG? We thought
This
we
is
beat
not
you
even my
once.
final form.
Don't worry, he and I'll have words again soon, I'm sure.
Congratulations. You've turned a villain into a supervillain.
Hey, we did nothing. That was all. That was Dr. Pyrrha. We just made an enemy out of him.
Yeah, so a villain has turned into a supervillain, and you have made him your arch nemesis, or your arch nemesis.
You know, thank God that I had the forethought to put healing equipment in my sanctuary, because Jesus Christ, are we gonna need it for all this radiation bullshit?
I'm claiming it now. My mutagen DNA will allow me to adapt to radiation.
You're not a
All
sentient.
right. End of session questions. We'll start with our resident cryptid. How has Daniel grown?
Can we come back to me?
Okay. Arkai.
Nah. Huh? What do we got?
So have you grown close to the team, grown away from the team, grown more into your own image of yourself?
I mean, even with an underwater circumstance, I think even at least acknowledging, the person behind the mask at this point, I think it's at least a good indication that the team in and of itself has now had the opportunity for further growth, even if just a little.
Fantastic. So you've grown close to the team. Who in particular made you feel well?
I think in today's case, I believe it was Pyrrha doing what she's been doing in regards to the healing aspect of things and kind of just keeping things in the sense of moving forward, I think.
All right. Pyrrha, do you already have influence over?
I don't think so. I know that Leviathan has influence over Pyrrha because they've been friends a long time, but I don't think.
Okay. So, all right. So give influence over you to Pyrrha, and you can either clear a condition or mark potential.
That's number 5, baby.
Fantastic. Let me know what advancement you decide to take. Just shoot me a DM at some point.
You got it.
I don't think.
All right. Orion, what was your growth? Not the weird one on the back of your neck.
I think
And not the radiation either.
We fix
I
that.
think he's grown more to image of himself. Like he saw a problem that by all intents and purposes, no there are ways to fix it, but they're strenuous and it's a gamble if a person will come out fine.
Mhm.
And he stepped up and said, I'm gonna solve this one way or another. And used his powers to extract that and surprised himself that he actually managed to do this. I think he's seeing himself more like as that hero, like that symbol of hope, that symbol of peace, that symbol of goodwill.
All right, Doug. All right. So shift your labels accordingly. Yeah, one label up, one label down.
Could I argue that his freak would go up and his danger would go down?
If that's how you feel. If that's the image, that wouldn't. I would say that wouldn't really fit with the description you just gave. But if you feel like if you feel like your powers have now changed you in a very weird way that you're not super comfortable with, um, and you're feeling less of a threat and more of a help, that would explain that shift. Um,
Hmm.
but again, this shift and how you feel about how you feel you've grown into your own image is up to you.
Yeah. I think I have to look at how they describe freak a little bit in the book.
So freak, all of them are double-edged swords. So someone with a high freak is capable of doing fantastic things with uh with supernatural abilities. Is is using your powers. However, to the normal person, being able to do that is weird. You're strange for being able to do that. It is not natural. Oh, so what some people would describe your abilities as like supernatural, well, others would describe it as unnatural. Hmm.
Say that he's more in tune with his abilities. Like it's helping him become more that savior. He's putting more faith in them. It's not just a one-off kind of thing of
Yeah.
boost myself up.
So
I can
yeah, so
actually save
you're
people.
feeling like you're feeling more confident in your abilities and your superpowers, boosting your freak, which some people will not agree with. They'll think it's weird, but in your case, you're like, no, my powers are cool.
Yeah. I think his freak would go up, his danger would go down.
Fantastic. All right, shift your labels accordingly. Pyrrha,
Yeah.
same question.
I'm gonna say that it was definitely grow closer to the team.
Hmm.
Um,
Who particularly?
Orion, like the two of them were working together on something important. Um,
Alrighty.
she kind of felt like he trusted her enough to follow her lead on this one,
Hmm.
and and that definitely made her feel like, okay, I can trust myself a little bit more, but it's good to know that, I can connect with everybody on the team, not just like one or two people.
All right. Orion, do you have influence over Pyrrha?
I don't think so. Let me see.
Nope.
Fantastic. Get
I do not.
gain influence over Pyrrha, and Pyrrha either clear a condition or mark potential.
That is also my 5th.
Fantastic.
Not for my
shoot me a
doom track, though. God.
Well, shoot me a DM at some point, letting me know what advancement you decide to take.
Uh-huh.
This will be fascinating.
And finally, yeah, we've circled back to the Hound.
So I'm going to say Hound grew into the image of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is another time where, hey, we all got radiation poisoning, but the other 3 are walking around with it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't get much because I kind of like.
You got about the same amount as Hound
People's
did.
souls. Yeah.
No, I just steal other people's life force. It's fine.
They eat ghosts.
Well, everything about this is reinforcing to Hound that he is just a guy.
I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare.
Yep. That sounds about right.
So, freak down, mundane up.
I feel like that's fair.
I would think life is a nightmare too if I was from Montreal.
Oof.
That explains a lot. Sorry, Canada.
Simple plans from Quebec. Their singer's name's Pierre.
That's what's wrong. I'm just kidding.
All right, so you moved your mundane up and your
Freak down.
you freak down. All right, cool.
I have 0s across the board except mundane, which is real high.
He's just a guy.
Hit him with your car. No ways.
All right, fantastic. So let's do some outros. Since we're already talking to you, let's talk to our resident cryptid.
Hi, I'm Nick, Resident Cryptid, whatever. And instead of telling you where you can find me, I'll tell you you cannot find me on the sun.
Noted.
Okay.
Only during daytime.
Dice.
Mm-hmm. I am Dice Goblin Black Cat on most platforms. I also have a website where I make and sell dice. It is fateandfortunedice.com. Everything is currently 50% off because I'm clearing out inventory so I can do new stuff. But I am on all the various places across the internet that allegedly matter. So you can also find me not just Thursdays here on the Starfield, but several Wednesdays in the next month or two on the Dinner and a Game, where I will be playing a essentially version of Rocket Raccoon that's just nicer and a bit more manic. In a game that is run by the great Sphinx Akasha, and is using Fabula Ultima, which is a fantastic system if you like JRPGs. I am also on the every other Friday rotating game on the Dinner and a Game, which we actually play tomorrow for the first time this year. Where I it's so meta right now. I'm playing a character in Cyberpunk Red who is a therapist who currently has everybody in a brain dance where we're playing Monster of the Week. It's fine. It's fine.
It's a hell of a summary.
Sounds interesting. You sure it's fine?
It's fine.
But what
Okay.
about the tortoise?
You leave Rolf out of this. He's on a Roomba.
Blackwell.
Hey, how's everyone doing? My name is Blackwell. I'm your everyman of the TTRPG and D&D verse here on, Twitch and TikTok. You can find me on the Logomancy channel on Wednesday, streaming. One moment, because my kaiju also wants to be on the screen. Yeah, here you go. Because he's like, I want to do outro too. Anyway, you can find me on the Logomancy's channel on Wednesdays playing their Frontier Venturing Company series where I'm playing as Grandpa Theo. Yeah, I hope y'all having a good new year, and I hope y'all enjoying the show.
Fantastic. And finally, Arkai.
Hey again, everyone. Arkai here. I am a miniature painter. I can be found on both X and Instagram through Frigid Fae Brushworks on as far as tags go. And if you ever need anything done, you be sure to let me know.
Alrighty. And finally, I am Rev. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok as shortbeard.revelry, yeah, or on Blue Sky at shortbeard revelry without a period. And if TikTok does go away and somebody does decide to finally explain to me what the hell Lemonade is and why I keep getting notifications that people want to follow me on it, and I might be found there as well. But until then, come back for same bat time, same bat channel. For our next issue of GenMeta. Also, be sure to support the Trans Lifeline in charity that our friend Renown has been working with, and is the link is in the chat at somewhere. Yeah, and until then, be kind, stay awesome, and remember, Hank Green doesn't work at Target. Bye.